In this video, I will demonstrate integration between WebORB version 4 for .NET and Adobe Flash Builder. To do that, I installed WebORB for .NET into the default installation directory, which is Program Files, WebORB for .NET, followed by a directory which corresponds to the version number for WebORB for .NET. As of the time of this recording, the most recent release is version 4.0.04. The WebORB installation comes with an installer for the Flash Builder plugin, which can be found under Integration, then Flash Builder. And there are two installers, one for Mac OS X for the Mac version of Flash Builder, as well as Windows. So since I'm running Windows, I'm going to install Flash Builder plugin for WebORB from Integration, Flash Builder, Windows. Double-click the installer. The plugin installer consists of a few steps. One of the most important ones is the location of the Flash Builder installation. The plugin installer does the best job to locate where Flash Builder is installed. You have to make sure that this directory is correct and corresponds to your Flash Builder installation. If this path is invalid, use the Browse button and locate the root directory of your Flash Builder installation. Once you do that, click Next. You will see a pop-up like this, which informs you that this directory already exists. If you get this, and you should get this, make sure to click Yes. The installer installs all the files for the WebORB plugin for Flash Builder. Click Next and Done to complete. And next you can run Flash Builder. Now that Flash Builder is running, you can confirm that WebORB plugin is installed by going to the Data menu, and you should see Connect to WebORB for .NET menu option. If you don't have a project selected and you click this menu item, you will see an error message like this that says no Flex project is active. And what this means is that you have to have a Flex project created and selected in order to use the plugin. So we're going to create a new Flex project. Let's call it Test Project. Also make sure that the application server type is set to ASP.NET. Click Next. On the next screen, make sure that you have Use Internet Information Services option selected. For the web application root, use the Browse button to locate the root folder of your WebORB for .NET installation. For web application URL, you have to put the URL of your WebORB installation. Click the Validate Configuration button, and Flash Builder should respond back saying the web application root and the URL are valid. Click Next, and then Finish. Now that the project is created, we need to set one additional configuration parameter. To do that, select the root node of the project, right-click, select Properties, and then select Flex Compiler. And we need to add an additional parameter, which is -services, followed by a path to the services-config.xml file located in the hierarchy of WebORB for .NET installation. And the folder is web-inf/flex and then services-config.xml. Click Apply and then OK. At this point, the project is ready to be used with WebORB Flash Builder plugin. To do that, to start using it, click Data and then select Connect to WebORB for .NET. Flash Builder prompts to enter user ID and password because there is an option to secure access to the server. Out of the box, WebORB provides a way to connect to the server without any user ID and password, but it can also be configured to require user ID and password. For the simplicity's sake, we're going to select No Password Required and click OK. And the plugin displays a list of remoting destinations available on the server side. Remoting destinations on the server side are configured in a special file called remoting-config.xml. I will switch to Windows Explorer, and here's web-inflex, and remoting-config.xml is right here. So all the destinations shown in the pop-up in the plugin come from this specific file. There's also an option in WebORB to enable so-called dynamic destinations, and those destinations can be created on the fly from any services or any classes deployed into WebORB. Let me demonstrate how that works. I'm going to cancel here, return to my WebORB, select the root folder, and then there's a file weborb.config, which is the configuration file of WebORB. I will open that in an editor, and then here I will look for Flash Builder. So in this option, inspect all classes, which is located inside of Code Generator Flash Builder nodes. The default value is false. If I were to set it to true, save the file, and return to Flash Builder, now if I go to connect to WebORB4.net, I will see a lot more destinations, and all of these destinations are created on the fly by inspecting all the available classes and creating those destinations dynamically, so we can connect to any one of these. Let me revert back to the original setting because it'll be more convenient to work with fewer destinations. So here I'm going to change it back to false, save the file, and now if I go to connect to WebORB4.net, we have the original set of destinations. A destination we're going to pick is Data Query Service. This destination is linked to a class that queries local database on the server side and returns data from that database. You can select more than one destination, but for the simplicity's sake, I'm going to select only one. Click Finish. And at this point, Flash Builder works with WebORB to retrieve all the information about that specific service, specifically a list of the available methods and the data types which are defined on the server side. So here in that service, in that C# class in this case, there are three methods. One of them is getCustomers, and there are two methods to update customers. Notice that the Flash Builder displays the name of the method and then the name of the return type, and then for all the complex types, those types are objects. So when there is one additional step to define the return type for a method. Select the method, right-click, and select Configure Return Type. There's another pop-up, and then here there's an option to either dynamically determine the return type or use an existing data type if you already have a collection. Let's go with the first option to auto-detect the return type. Click Next. Flash Builder does an invocation of that method, and based on the data that comes back, it determines, gives you a list of all the available options, and provides a default value, which is custom data type, but we're going to call it customer. So that's going to be the name of the data type or class that will be created by Flash Builder. Click Finish. So now notice that getCustomers returns an array of customer objects. If you click on this method and the right click, you can also do test operation, which will be an invocation of that method directly from Flash Builder. Click Test. So here it is, a list of all the types returned by this specific method. Something similar can be done with the other methods, for instance, update customer. Right now the argument is object. We can say configure input types. And now for the update customer record, which is the name of the argument, it's going to be an instance of customer class, which is now created in the previous step. Click OK. So now here it is, update customer accepts an argument which is customer record. This concludes the first part of the video. In the second part, I will demonstrate how to use generated services, types, and operations and bind them to UI components. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions or comments, please submit them using this YouTube page or blog post.